Okay.
We'll talk later when I'm not mic'd. Check 1, 2.
Let me,
What's that song?
let me
Check,
put
baby, check, baby, 1, 2, 3.
All
Check,
right,
baby, check, baby, 1.
All alarms are off. Phone is going to go on Do Not Disturb. I don't want to be
Check,
rude.
check, baby, 1, 2, 3. Check, baby, 1.
Good.
Yeah.
Tell Lil how it is.
Lil, she ain't gonna tell Lil nothing because Lil's gonna be like, well, let me tell you what it's like to be 11.
Oh my God, the sass tonight. She's
Huh?
I'm scared of Lil. She's in a mood.
And this
Am I going
is
over
a
here?
lot of technical. It's a lot. Yeah, baby. I love the fact that she's the one who's like, yo, are you free? Are you free on Tuesday? Set us up.
Okay, what's the calendar?
Set us up. And now we get here and she's like, don't mic me. I'm not going to say a word. Are these for show? I'm very confused.
Yeah.
This is very intimidating.
You sit in the middle. Tina sit in the chair.
We
'cause
were
this
just
is her
saying,
idea.
Michelle's the one who's like, we're going to talk to Ryan on Tuesday. And then we get here and she's like, don't mic me. I'm not going to talk the most. I probably won't say anything.
No, I don't do this.
I don't like the way I sound on the phone, so this is going to be interesting.
I do.
They don't remember the days we used to have to record ourselves. We'd play the song. Hey, this is Tina. I can't make it to the phone. Just leave a message.
I
And call
have
you
a
back.
recorded message.
And then
I don't want
and then you
your
play the
phone.
rest.
Yeah.
And then you
I
play the
know.
the remaining
Hi,
of the
this is
song.
Christina Perry. I can't come to the phone right now. Please leave
don't
the
know.
name, number, and if it's time to reach you. I'll call you back.
Oh my God, you asked for the best time? I don't care. I'll call you back when I have the time.
You should be proud. I'm a millennial. And I have
I'm actually
a
very
recorded
proud.
Voice message.
I'm very proud.
Well, clearly you've never gotten my voicemail.
Um,
Yes, the groundhog.
thank you.
Chunk.
Okay. You know who I'm talking about, Teresa.
Teresa, yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I don't know.
Chunk.
Chunk, yeah. Okay. I didn't know where she was getting it from.
Do you follow him on Instagram?
No.
No.
Who is he? I'm very confused.
Yeah.
Really?
He is funny.
Oh, I might have to do that. I need a little laughter in my life.
I stopped
Apparently we're doing the games or something again. What are we doing? What do we have to sign up for something, he said.
the open again.
Yes.
Yeah, is that a thing again this year? I don't know.
The CrossFit Open.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the world anymore.
We have orientation the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Why are you whispering?
Because
don't
I
know.
feel like you said like you're gonna be the loudest, and now I'm like, okay, well, I have to say this about that, and I don't know what to do.
Yes, the next 3 days.
Do you?
Recording.
You better not be recording.
You know he is.
We are all the way
He is
on.
such-
The show has begun.
It's not live, right? Let's be
No, we're
real.
not live.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
God,
God.
I can't handle that.
But the show has begun.
The show has begun.
Yeah.
The show or the?
I gotta.
I was just going to
gotta
say,
hold
are
myself
you
in,
allowed to
like-
say that or no?
Oh, I'm allowed to say whatever I want because he can edit, as far as I'm
Oh,
concerned.
that's true.
I will keep it tamed into a minimum.
She said something, and then I was like, "Yeah, the shit show."
Oh.
But
Tame.
you know, wait, I don't. Anyway, I just.
Okay.
I
What did you
don't
want to talk
talk.
about today, Michelle?
what are
It
we
was
here
not
for?
a-
You
this
brought
is
us here.
not-
It's clearly not about my work schedule or her taming it down.
Ryan's
I know.
supposed to ask questions.
Welcome back to another episode of X Athletics
5 a.m.
Athlete
crazy.
Spotlight with 3 5 a.m. crazy. Some original 5 a.m. crazy. As you can see, for this first 4 minutes, that's been unscripted. You can understand where the 5 a.m. the crazy part in 5
I was gonna say.
comes.
It doesn't have to be 5 a.m. for us to be that crazy.
No, this is true. However, that's when you should really record us.
Yeah.
You know that.
Oh, yeah.
5 o'clock in the morning.
You know that.
We're here at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Tomorrow morning,
Mm-hmm.
too.
Tomorrow morning.
This morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Not Thursday.
Yes,
A lot
Thursday.
of mornings. in
A
row.
lot of mornings.
Yes,
4 out of the 5.
at least
By choice.
for me, it has been. Yes, it's my therapy. It's my release for the day.
Before work, before everything.
Yeah, even though I'm not working, but however, yes, before the
Yeah.
stress of the day, yes.
Yeah.
If
No
it
matter
doesn't
what
happen
is.
that early, It typically doesn't happen. So you get here on, like, so she doesn't come on Thursdays.
Right.
Your schedule's, weird.
Yeah, no one
Yours
goes.
is yeah, you're kind of all over the place.
Yeah. But if Michelle doesn't come on Thursdays, I've been starting to come to the 12 o'clock. And that's a mental rewrite. Like, I have to mentally be like, all right, we're not doing this at 5. We're going to do this at 12. And we have to do it. There's no thought process in it at 5 a.m.
Exactly. You just get up like you do every morning and you come and you do pretty much what you're told.
When the brain kicks in,
Except for when
it's like at 5:50 and you're like, at this point, I complain a lot, but the brain finally kicks in at like 5:45, 5:50.
Yeah.
And at that point you're like,
Okay.
well, we're done. We're halfway done, so just finish it and go with it.
Yeah.
So it's automatic.
So you mentioned each other. How much of it is accountability? How many times? How do you like? Are there times when you don't want to come? How do you get here? Like 5 o'clock in the morning. Some people say that's crazy. A lot of people say that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me in the beginning, yes. It was like I knew certain people were going to be here. So I was like, I have to get up and I know I need to get there for them. And then it turned into just like you've always said to us, like, or people have said it just becomes a habit or becomes just part of your life. That's
the
your
constant.
lifestyle.
It's the constant.
After those couple weeks, it just becomes routine.
Right. So introduce yourself to the people.
Oh gosh.
What's your name?
My name is Michelle.
You frequent 5 a.m.
Yes.
How long you been here?
It was 3 years in August.
How long? How'd you get here?
One of the members, I was going through separation, whatnot, and she knew I had been walking, running, thought maybe adding something different to the mix would help. So I came, and I stayed, I've stayed. It took me, a good 8 months or more to open up.
Yeah.
I know.
Find your groove and your voice. I think we all remember, like, the day that you found your voice, we were like, okay.
I think it was like on a backsplash. You screamed or grunted or something.
We were like, oh my God. Who was that?
Why,
It
like,
takes me a long time.
right, so being uncomfortable, being like, what brought you back? Because you didn't like me. It wasn't me.
Stop.
It's the truth.
It is the truth. You did not like him in the beginning.
I took them and that's with love. Right?
Yeah, yes.
That's with love.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't, it was, I just enjoyed it. It was something new. It was something, learning. Like, kind of like how I'm doing it right now with, like, the weightlifting. I'm learning, when Genevieve says she yells at me now. And
She
and
does.
she wanted to,
Does
she's
she?
like, yeah, and then she apologized to me, and she's like, but I was like, no, I'm here to learn. I'm here to see what all this was about, and it just became a release for me at that time, and just has progressed from there. Like everything that I was going through.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I don't really think I've stuck too much out. Besides work.
Yeah,
Like, besides,
no.
a job or something,
Right.
where I just stuck with it. It's I can't explain it.
A lot of people ask me to explain it. And, the word, oh, it's a cult.
The cold thing, but I don't feel it's that.
I don't
either.
What keeps me coming back is seeing what I can do. Like, thinking I can't do that. And then I do it, and I'm like,
And then,
holy
right.
shit. Like, did you see that? What else can I do?
Yeah.
What else
Like,
can I do?
She pushes me too. Like, at this point where, she'll say, you can lift more than that. Or, add 5 more pounds. Or add 2.5. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you can do it. Do it.
Yep.
And, I just watch her. I mean, she's just
Who is
for
she?
us.
Who we
is she?
talking about?
Yes.
Who we talking to?
talking
I'm
to?
Christina.
Christina.
I've been here for a very long time.
There you go.
Flying under the radar. I come whenever my schedule allows me to come at 5 a.m. And it's that.
Speak on schedule, right? So this
Yeah.
is somebody that comes at 5 a.m. prior to. I've seen her come after. Crazy amount of hours working. You make it happen. What is that like? What is it?
It's, I can't even explain it, but it's habit. It's a part of my schedule. It's something that is required of me every day. Same thing as getting a shower, brushing my teeth, eating a meal. And I say as my schedule allows me, the requirement of myself that I hold is I need to work out, whether that's at 5 a.m., noon, 4 o'clock, before I go into work, after I come to work, I get it done. And then being a little bit more forgiving of myself if I don't get it done and finding a way to modify it. But they say I hold them accountable, they hold me accountable just as much because they have little ones that they're taking care of, getting off to the bus, to school, and I just have to worry about myself right now. So it's reciprocated, very much so.
You're just a strong person.
Yeah.
You are.
Thank you.
I would love to have my daughter like look up to you and be you.
Oh.
You're gonna make me cry.
We weren't prepared for that. Hold on.
I was not prepared for that.
Makeup.
Pause.
She's gonna run.
Pause. Time.
What's your
I don't
name?
know.
Oh, hi.
The loud one.
The loud one. I don't feel like I've been that loud.
The complainer, the
With love.
yes.
Nothing.
Totally.
I got nothing but
Totally.
love for you, baby. Hi, I'm Tina. How long have I been here? About 4 years?
I was just
4.5?
at least
Something like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
January. I've just come up on something. I don't know what it is.
4 years, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How'd you get here?
I started at the job I'm at now, and there was a few people that I worked with that were members here, and there was a couple other girls who were like, hey, we're going to go to this place, and it's CrossFit. And I was like, oh, yeah, I've heard of that, And they were like, we're going to do, it was a Sunday. We're
doing boot camp.
Boot camp, that's what it was. Boot camp Sundays. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll try it. Walk through the door. See those lovely face right there.
Did you know that he moved?
I had known a while back. Like,
okay.
we were at a family party and he had said something, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to check it out. Never checked it out. I was like, yeah, sure.
Face.
No. And then walked through the door, there he was, and I was like, all right. So we had done that for a couple weeks, and everyone kept saying, you should do CrossFit. Like, boot camp's harder. And I'm like, no. It intimidated me. I was very intimidated because I'm like, I can't lift that barbell. I can't do that. I'm barely, doing sit-ups. I started with push-ups from the wall. Like, I was on the wall doing push-ups. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I did my first CrossFit class, and I was like, yep, I'm hooked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hooked.
So speak on that, like, because I've heard that through the years. It's intimidating. I can't do that. Somebody that's watching, somebody that's listening that has that thought, that has, one, been told that they can't, or they see it on TV or something like that, and they are intimidated. How did you get past that barrier to even walk through the door, or to be convinced to go from a boot camp class to a CrossFit class?
I always like to try new things, so why not at this point? Once I got here, and it was said to me several times, and I don't want to live by it, but it's always in the back of my head, like, your mind will give up before your body does. So I'm now to the point where tell me I can't and watch me do it twice because I'm going to do it. It'll take me some time, but I'm like, like the goal now is to get on the wall. And I'm like, yeah, I can't do that right now, but I'm like, I'm going to break it down and I'm going to do it. I'm scared, but I'll do it. Like, because I've seen what I can do that I thought I couldn't do. I was, not that I was told I can't, I told myself I can't.
I think it was because of my age too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I didn't think I could do any of this at this age. But I can. And if, my body hurts but it's a good hurt.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. I don't know, like it is. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, it
But
is.
I guess it's like the modification that you can do to like all the workouts. Like you always tell us, just move your body, just move.
Yeah.
You know?
I get a better workout doing this than ever playing a sport in college or just doing a 2-mile run or.
Yeah.
Yes.
And-
Or in a regular gym,
Right.
Like in a traditional gym.
Right.
Like you feel like you have.
And
to
I
do a
wasn't very
treadmill
successful
or-
there.
Yeah.
So-
and
No,
I
I
like
never
that
was either.
too. It's
No.
programmed. I don't have to think when I'm here, if that makes sense. Like I walk through the door, you have it all planned out. I think it's some evil website that you get it from, but it's all planned out. I mean, I ask my questions, sure a lot, but
And I try to minimize them.
but for me,
everyone.
it's just like I'm definitely more like show me, watch me, and then I'll do it. Like that's how I work, and it's a lot of math, and I deal with math every day. But there's a calculator, so like here I'm like, wait a minute.
Count on her fingers.
Yeah, I'm like I don't understand. But there's if I don't get it, you say here do that. Like I don't have to think. Whereas if I went to the gym, that would overwhelm me. Oh my God, what do I do?
Yes.
Who's watching? Who's there? It's more.
Yes.
Like, I don't think anybody here is watching me.
No.
And if they are, I know that at some point at the end, they're coming to say, listen, that was awesome. Or try this next time. It's not, there's no judgment. It's nothing.
None whatsoever.
No judgment.
And that was ultimately, I think, my thing was I felt comfortable coming and not that I wasn't intimidated because, I mean, there's some great girls. I mean, even, the one next to me, like, she's just strong, but there's a lot of strong women here. But everybody is uplifting.
Yeah.
There's nobody that ever has put me down.
Yeah, no.
And I've never heard it.
No, I was going to say
Really?
it's not like, it's like nobody cares, but not that way. Like their focus is they care what you're doing, but right now while I'm lifting, I care here. And then when I'm done, I will watch you, but it's not to judge you.
No.
And I care about you. That's why.
It's to
Right.
uplift
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
or
Yep.
It's to help you to
Yeah.
make you better.
Yep.
Like, I just think of like Teresa.
Yeah,
oh.
absolutely. I try to explain it to people too. It's very hard.
Best hype woman ever.
It's hard to explain to people as well. So I'm
it is,
friends.
unless you do
Yes.
it, or
Yeah.
you walk in and say, okay.
Yeah, I'm a girl that I work with. I was like, you should come on a Friday in February, and and she's like, oh no, and I'm like, why? And I just show her some of the moves. She's like, she always asks me, what was the workout today? And I'm like, oh, girl. And I explain it to her, and like she'll ask what a move is, and I'll show her, and she'd be like, I could never do that. And I'm like, yeah, I could never do it either. Like, I don't even know but I was like, when I first started, my burpee was literally to a wall. I put my hands, I dropped my feet. Like, I went then to a box, then to a bench. And then I was, like, I didn't start here.
No. No. And like you said, you build yourself
Yeah.
up.
And listen, there are things still I modify, but I do it. I'm moving my body. I'm doing something.
Yes.
I think it's also like a part of like being ready to be uncomfortable, because if you're not mentally ready, then you're not going to be successful.
No, I
And
agree with
then,
that.
Like, we also live in a world where it's like instant gratification. We like want to just go and do something and then okay, great, we did it. And what's the next thing we can get?
Like, I bought the 6-pack, and I'm like, Friday, I expect it. Just 6-pack ebook.
Me too.
I want it. But you're right. Like, it's
Even after my Chick-fil-A today.
I think what deters people too is, I don't want to say deters, but like Michelle said, you do the workout and then you're sore. And people are like, oh my God, I'm so sore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sore more often than not. There are days I stand at the top of the step and I just lean forward and I hope and pray that my legs follow suit to get me down the steps because the muscles are not. I'm like, I hope the legs kick in and I can get down these steps. But in my head, that means it's working. And I'm going to go back and do it again because, wow, it sucked. It hurt. I, Epsom salt and rolled and this and that. But, and it's funny, we were just looking at pictures at work and like my driver's license from when I first started at my work till now, I was like, oh my God, who the hell is that?
Yeah. Yes.
The sad part is I still see her at some points. Yeah. But it's just a mental thing.
It is.
But yeah, I think it's, like you said, nobody grows inside their comfort zone. Like you have to step out of the comfort zone and get real uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
But nobody, it's you. It's all on you. Yeah. Like, nobody makes you uncomfortable when you're here. No. It's all in your head. I don't know anybody. I don't know what to do. I don't know the moves. I don't.
Talk yourself out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grab a PVC and go. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Because what's 35 pounds is heavy for someone versus 100 pounds. But that's okay as long as it's equally difficult for each individual.
Yeah, because, I mean, you could be completely intimidated by, like, you and, like, I keep going back to the weightlifting class, though, like, but you're in there, like, Danielle, like, and then you have the guys, you have Jamie and, I don't know what the other guy's name is, but, not Lou, but, Ricky?
No, Jonathan.
No,
the one who's the twin or something, or Jonathan, okay. I mean, you could literally, like, and I'm standing in the back and I'm watching, and you can be intimidated. You could be intimidated, but you're doing what you can do. You're making yourself better, and that's how I see it at this point. Like, and I'm watching and learning.
Yeah.
Like, I have her on one side of me, and then I have Danielle in front of me, and I'm watching her, and I'm like, damn. Like, if 20 years ago would have been great.
And even watching people.
I'm doing what I can do.
Yes.
And nobody's judging me right now. Like,
yeah, but
like I said, you have all these guys up front, like, and they're not judging you.
Mm-mm.
But you showing up does the same thing for me.
Okay, well.
In a different way,
right.
but it does the same thing for me.
Right.
I'm like, get myself together. Like, let's go. Yeah, you're tired, but let's go. Michelle's doing it. Tina's doing it.
Well, and that's
let's
it. It's the accountability. In the beginning, when 5 a.m. was not such an attractive class for a lot of people, it literally, I think there was 3 or 4 of us.
Really.
Like, even before you came too. Right. It was like me, Teddy, Will, and then like Lisa would show up sometimes and all. But for me, I signed in, which means you now have to get up.
Yes.
So if I don't show up and you get here, wow, you're pissed. I'm in trouble. Like, even now though.
That's very true.
Like, even now, like, there's last week it was like 4:30, and I'm like, I can't even roll over in this bed, let alone swing my legs out of it to get out. Like, and now with it being so popular, I guess, like, it's like there's only 10 spots. That's not fair for me to hold up a spot and then at 4:30 be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, somebody could have shown up. You know what I mean? So there's definitely accountability, which I like too, because again, if you go to a gym, the man behind the desk doesn't give a shit if you're there or not.
Yes. Right. Very true.
Yeah, and that's a snippet right there. That's going to be the commercial.
What?
What you just said. That
is very good there.
That is.
Right? So we talked about how we got here.
It's very true.
It is.
We talked about how we got here. Let's talk to our future selves. 3, 5 years from now. Tell me some goals. Inside the gym, outside the gym, whatever it might be. You're in school.
I am in school.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 2 more jobs on top of my actual job. I don't know if I didn't fill you in on that yet, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. That's another 5 a.m. class.
That'll be tomorrow morning's discussion. So 3 jobs in school, yeah.
What's the goal of school?
to be an acute care nurse practitioner. A lot of big words, but essentially take care of adults, and I can work in the hospital and outside the hospital and have a better work schedule at some point. Yeah. May 2023.
Woo woo.
May 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Living time.
It is.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Plenty to be done in between.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
There's zero doubt that will be done.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, no. No doubt whatsoever.
It'll get done some way, which, sanity may be missing down the road, but it's okay.
Dinners with the girls.
Yeah, dinners with the girls.
Dinner with the girls. Drinks.
Yeah.
Show up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I do. I feel very, after this year, I feel highs, lows, everything. I still feel very fortunate to be where I'm at and, humbled. And I just keep going, and I get asked all the time, "You're crazy. Why do you do this? Why do you, you don't have to do all this." I was like, "Yeah, I know I don't have to, but I want to." And in me, I have this overwhelming fear of being mediocre in life, and that seems very strong and in your face, but anyone can just go to the gym. Anyone can just go to work every day. But it's the people that do extra and do something. And I convinced myself that these are the things that have given me to have 3 jobs today, to be financially independent, to be successful
Yeah.
before I'm 30. So 30. We'll get there.
She is a beast.
Yes.
She is.
We'll get there.
Michelle, talk to Michelle 5 years from now.
Talk to Michelle
I'm still
tomorrow.
A work in progress.
We're all.
I can't
don't
even
know.
put my shorts on right side out. So please, let's be real.
I'm trying to go back to school, so that would be a positive for me. I don't know right now.
Speak it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So if you need to be coached, right?
Right.
Live coaching session. Coach Lee, whatever that there's something in that little brain.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, even if you haven't formulated the words,
Right.
be able to say it out of your mouth.
Right.
There's something going on in your brain, and I'm going to tell you to keep sleeping on it, keep meditating on it, keep sitting in science with it, till you do figure out the words to say it. Once you figure out the words to say it, you will say the words, and then once you say the words, you will formulate a plan, and
There you
will
go.
follow that plan.
Little by little, a little becomes a lot.
So we may not have the words right now,
Right.
and that's fine.
No, I just feel so tired. I feel like I should though, because at my age, stuff that I've been through.
I feel like that's society too. You feel like you
Yes.
should because society says you should have a plan.
Right.
I'm working through it. I am. I'm trying to find myself after many years of not knowing who myself was.
You're already 10 steps ahead of the game. 'Cause
Yeah.
You didn't think that you could do this
Exactly.
at
This is very
this
true.
age.
Mm-hmm.
You're already ahead of the game.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
I've been here the whole time. I've watched it. Right. So this is me telling you, an outsider looking in.
Right.
There's no space to be discouraged and think that you are at whatever starting point that you are, because you're 3 years further than what you were when you walked in this door.
Very
Right?
true.
So
Yes.
when I asked you to speak to yourself, if I would have asked you that question 3 years ago, you might have had the same answer.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
kept it moving. We set goals and we made them happen, and we got to this point to where we are here.
Right.
So it may feel like we're stuck in the same place, but find something to be able to remind you that it's not the case, right? And so it's good to ask questions like, where do you see yourself 3 years, 5 years?
Yeah.
I may not have the answer. I don't know what's going to be.
No.
But if I could just paint any picture, start fucking painting.
Yep.
Paint.
Yeah.
And and then look back on it and say, oh, this is the picture that is. You know what I mean? So
And the question's not where will you be, it's where would you like to be.
what can you envision?
All the roads you could take.
So
Yes.
tell us, Tina.
Yes. Tina.
Yeah, Tina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Me in 5 years. Keep going.
Where?
5
What?
years from so I asked that question because
Moving
5 years
forward.
from now you're going to be listening to this podcast. It's gonna pop up as a memory on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
So talk to look into the camera.
Oh God.
Chill.
Hello. Keep going, and everything you will get against the wall. Know that at some point, your little one is watching. I can't go any further. When it comes to her, like, I want her in 5 years
To see how strong you are.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
to be
And
proud,
To grow up, yes. Totally, yeah.
and I want
You
her
want
to
your
be
kids
confident
see- yes.
and
Yeah.
and to be able to think I can do whatever the fuck I
Right.
please.
I can do anything.
My
And
kid
you'll
also at
realize-
11 thinks that she can do that
You
already.
will eventually.
I mean, let me put
Yeah,
that
no.
out there. My kid
At
already
some point.
thinks that,
You will.
but
Yeah.
she's constantly watching. And if I've learned anything in the past year and a half, like, there's no room for me to give up. There's no room for me to fail. I can't fail.
You just have to keep moving forward.
I just have to keep moving forward.
Yes.
Even if I were to fail, she wouldn't think I did, but I can't let her down. So in 5 years, I want to be against the wall. I want to be here. I want to be here with her at the age of 16 or 17. I want her. I don't want her to be who I was at 17. You know what I mean? I didn't take care of myself at 7. I was 17. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? I want to own my own home. I want to be more successful in my job that I'm already successful at, and thankful that I still have my job. Yeah, don't give up.
That's good. Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. You'll get that. You will.
You will.
Well, that's that.
That was
I asked
that.
one question: how did we get here? And now we're here.
Now we're here.
And we're already speaking the future into existence.
Yep.
Right. So I am more than grateful for the three of you, for sure. Talk about accountability.
Yeah.
We're looking at the reason I do everything that I do. Right. This place is going because for you guys.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I'm like 6 minutes late every once in a while.
That went from every once in a while. Every once in a while.
But you guys really are the reason why I do what I do, and the reason why this place is still going. And it's my life. And you guys have seen transitions.
Yeah.
This is a group that's been around for a long time. You've seen many phases of me.
Yes.
There have been.
Very.
Like,
You've seen many
Yes.
phases of me as a person,
Yes.
personally, and as a business, and I think that's awesome. And I mean it when I say I'm so grateful for you guys. One, as a whole, but to even sit down and talk with me and share your story, and I know, even if you don't, that somebody's listening, and they will hear what you're saying, and it's going to help them out. So thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Till next time.
Till tomorrow.
Love
See
you
you guys
too.
tomorrow morning.
See ya. 5 a.m.
I was gonna say, did I?
I
Every
signed
time I talk
in.
about
Did
my
I
kid,
sign in?
I go down.
Huh?
I said every time I talk about my kid, I go down.
Well, my tears were coming, and then Michelle was
I-
in the first sentence. She almost had me crying. I was like, okay.
Well,
But it's true. I mean,
we
that
weren't
is true.
recording, so
We what?
we weren't recording audio. We got video.
I'm so confused. What?
Yeah, I'm really.
Well, this is fun. So,
I was gonna say, did you see? Can you hear all of it?
I can hear it,
Oh.
but I just didn't. So yeah.
What I'm saying is you're gonna be able to listen. People are gonna hear what we said.
Yeah.
Oh.